Parks are part of the fabric of our community. They're the open spaces in a crowded city where kids can play, we can meet, you can get out to walk a little bit. In Portland, parks are facing some tough times. There's a huge budget shortfall, resulting in painful city cuts.
Now 50 Parks and Rec employees could lose their jobs within the coming months.
An overwhelming majority were fuming over the suggested cuts to Parks and Rec.
No cuts, fund our city.
So when I got a message from somebody asking about wasted money, it definitely got my attention. The video showed stacks and stacks of Portland Parks and Recreation catalogs just sitting there, unused, at the East Portland Community Center. I checked it out myself and found, sure enough, there were thousands of them. They sat there for weeks. And it wasn't just one location. There were catalogs piled up at Mount Scott Community Center, too. Turns out, Portland Parks and Rec prints hundreds of thousands of these catalogs every year. They're printed in full color, listing parks programs, times, and locations. And they're not cheap. A closer look at city records showed spending in these catalogs has increased. Since 2016, Portland Parks and Rec has spent more than $700,000 on printing. Think about that, more than $700,000 on printed paper catalogs.
Whoa, holy smokes. Yeah, I'm sure that there's a way that they could get out that information without spending so much money.
Yeah, to be honest, when I get stuff like that, I page through it once or twice and then recycle it. So I'd say that's $700,000 too much.
It doesn't make sense. Dollars and cents.
I spoke to neighbors who live near the Columbia swimming pool, which is scheduled to shut down next summer due to the funding gap.
It could go a long ways.
Several of them said, listen,
although I'm sure
it's not just about the money.
Yes, it's recyclable, but, that's a couple of trees.
Why is an environmentally sensitive city like Portland, that's banned plastic bags and restricted straws, still printing thousands of paper catalogs?
And, right now everybody does everything online. You get your information online, you're looking at your phone, you're asking your kids what they want. The last thing you'd be looking through is, it'd be like looking through a phone book.
New catalogs are printed every season. And at East Portland Community Center, they arrived earlier this month. We found the new ones stacked up in the hallway. So what happened to the old ones? Still more. I found them in a public recycling bin behind the building. The same unused Portland Parks catalogs we'd seen in the hallway for months had been dumped in recycling.
There's still quite a few in there, but I'm not going to get them all out.
There were more than 1,000 of these catalogs still bundled up. So what does the cash-strapped Parks Department have to say about this?
Well, there's times where there'll be some that will be left over, and they'll be recycled.
Portland Parks and Rec had me talk to Maximo Behrens. He's the Recreation Services Manager.
Are these necessary?
They're very important, yes.
Why?
Catalogs are kind of the main way we get information out on the programs that we have available. We surveyed participants, and over half of them got their information actually from the printed guide.
Is that an environmentally smart thing to do?
Well, we're always looking for ways to continue to have efficiencies with that, and they're recyclable. They're made from recycled products as well as they can be recycled themselves.
It just seems like an easy solution here, both environmentally and from a budget standpoint. Reduce the number of catalogs you're printing and send people online.
Yeah, well, we're always looking for ways to continue to, evaluate our system.
There's a way.
Yeah.
Reducing printed catalogs isn't enough to close the budget gap, but a lot of neighbors agree it's a step in the right direction and presents an interesting challenge. Maybe there are other cost-saving measures that could help preserve our parks and make this environmentally conscious city even greener.